This video is brought to you by
Cool Green Clothing. You already know what it is. We done gone worldwide and we coming straight out of Baltimore. Go online right now at coolgreenclothing.com and I assure you, you'll find something on the website right now just for you. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. And that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. It's hard navigating and surviving every day as a black man in America. Trying to stay afloat, free and alive is unfortunately a harsh reality for most of us, and it's an everyday job. A lot of men have been taught since hoppers, whether by your mother, father, or loved ones, you gotta be tough. When you show any emotions, you hear, tighten up, stop all that soft stuff. Boys don't cry. Now you are growing up not knowing where to place your feelings, and that can turn into misplaced anger. By the time most of us become teenagers, if you grew up in a certain environment, now you are fighting, trying to survive. Some start beefing over blocks and neighborhoods we don't even own. Now you start to look at yo and them down the street and around the corner who look just like you, dress like you, and talk like you as your ops or enemies. And from there, it's embedded in your mind. Some call it programming. Some say it's self-hate. The majority of black men will walk in a store, bump shoulders with someone from another race, and will either apologize, or if they apologize to you, say it's no problem and keep it moving. But the cold part is, let it be another black man who looks just like you. It's no mercy. Now you mugging, cracking slick, saying yo ain't see me or something. The same grace and mercy doesn't exist. And for decades, we have trained our minds to be so fast to feel disrespected or ready to go to war with our own. Releasing that misplaced anger and emotion, sending many of us to a cell or early grave. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll be discussing the case of a dispute on the West Baltimore block that ended in a life sentence. Back in 2024, 45-year-old Antonio King was trying to put his past behind him, focus on the future while navigating life in Baltimore. Antonio had a lot of hardships over the years, losing a child, his daughter, even further back than that, a tough upbringing, losing both of his parents and leaning more towards the streets, landing him in and out of Maryland state jails and prisons with multiple convictions for assault, drug possession, weapon charges, and more. But now back uptown and a free man, he was trying to stay out the way. On a cold fall day, November 18th, 2024, it was early in the morning when Antonio decided he would slide out to go pick up some breakfast. He headed to Edmondson Avenue, but before he hit the food spot, he stopped at a local liquor store. Outside the store was a group of people just chopping it up, which is not uncommon in Baltimore, even first thing in the morning. And the group was 40-year-old Marcus Holloway. Somewhere in the mix, Marcus and Antonio would catch each other's attention, and a brief exchange led to the two having words. Antonio started pushing Marcus and another man he was with and telling them like, yo, get out the way, while bopping from the store. Antonio then said a few more words to Marcus before going to his car. A few seconds later, multiple shots went off. Witnesses called BPD as they responded to the 1900 block of Edmondson Avenue a little bit after 9:30 a.m. They found two men, both suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. One of the victims was in stable condition, but Marcus, who was shot multiple times, was unfortunately pronounced gone at the scene. As police gathered shell casings and spoke to witnesses who stated one man started pushing Marcus and his homie telling them keep talking, he had something for them. Before walking out the store, coming back, shooting, standing over Marcus. Police found the loaded handgun and realized it was city cameras all in the area. As they got video and store surveillance, it showed the man hop out a black GMC SUV wearing distinctive clothes. The same vehicle left one location, then headed to another, the store, where the tag number was caught on camera, and some of the incident as well. The video showed the man pushing Marcus and another man before walking to the car, grabbing what seemed to be a gun, walking back, shooting. A search of the vehicle tag number revealed the car's registered owner, Antonio King. Police went back to the block, showed witnesses a picture of Antonio, in which multiple people pointed to him as the shooter. Just one day after the incident, police waited outside of Antonio's home for him to pull up, in which eventually he did, driving the same SUV with the same clothes on as the man caught in video. Police searched the vehicle. Inside, they found open liquor bottles, an empty gun holster, but no weapon. But with witness statements and video footage, Antonio was taken into custody, charged with first-degree hit, attempt, and other charges as well. As the case started making its way to trial, the evidence against the man was overwhelming. His attorney tried to fight, pointing to the fact Marcus allegedly had a high alcohol level, 3 times over the limit at the time of his passing, claiming he also had a gun, and Antonio was in fear for his life. His attorney stated police never even tested or swabbed the gun that was found on the scene the day of the incident, so they didn't know who it belonged to. It was also a problem with the jewelry. Antonio's attorney stated one of the jewelers was the man's ex-girlfriend's friend who he had a bad history with, so he requested for her to be removed. But there wasn't any solid evidence that was the case, and the prosecution felt his attorney was just trying to buy time and complicate an open and shut case. At trial, video footage was showed of a man who prosecutors stated was Antonio get out of the truck, walk to the store. A few minutes later, the man started pushing Marcus before walking back to the car, coming back, shooting at close range. Antonio took the stand in his own defense. He told the courtroom he was just going to get breakfast. He didn't want any trouble, but also didn't want to lose his life. But as prosecutors asked, when you went to your car, why not just leave? Why come back shooting? He couldn't answer. Antonio's attorney leaned to the courtroom and jury, hoping they will show mercy, pointing to his hard upbringing and all the losses he took over the years, pointing to the fact he probably just had a lapse of judgment because all he knew and was taught was survival instincts. But with multiple witnesses and all the evidence against him, Antonio was found guilty on all the charges, sentenced to life plus 35 years in prison. Rest in peace to Marcus. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. I'm not sure if he was out drinking or not, but even if he was geeking a little bit and had a few too many, Antonio had a choice. Peep the vibes, who was all at the store, say, nah, I'ma go somewhere else. Or even if he did go into the store, he could have said, yo and them a little bit too turned up for me this morning, laughed it off and dipped out. He even went to the car to allegedly get the gun. At that point, you gotta ask yourself, broad daylight, busy block, multiple cameras everywhere, witnesses, is my pride and ego worth me crashing out over a few words? Like I was saying earlier though, that it would have been a different group of people. It probably would have been a lot more grace given. Antonio probably would have left, went somewhere else to get his food, and went home. With that mindset we had with each other, somebody got to show who the toughest. Now one man is gone, another sitting in a cell with life plus over a petty dispute that could have went a lot of different ways. But I'm going to leave this one open for discussion. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on the situation. Leave it in the comments. Yeah, man, crazy story. Rest in peace, that man. I definitely send my prayers to his family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all leave it in the comments. This another episode of the Baltimore Way. It's your boy Tony 2 times. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. I'm out.